everybody. I'm Bill with an exciting, I think, of what's my thoughts, opinions. We have a light day, to be quite honest with you. I figured I'll use this time to take it back to the basics. We're going out to do door hangers, door knocking, depending on where you're at in the country, the world. It's different things. So just want to first start off, it is cold here in Baltimore, Maryland. It's going to be like 32, 33 degrees today, but with a wind chill of about 18. Usually you don't ever hear me cry about how cold it is, but it's cold, you know, it's tossing us around. In case you're wondering, yes, I have my main guy, Jimmy Electric, my right hand man. I don't want to go too far off course. We were just debating. He was like, oh, you volunteered me to go to the gym. I'm like, yeah, we need to keep our body, mind, and of course spirit. But I don't want to get too much into motivational speaking. You know, you'd be like, this guy's a quack. Maybe so, but we're going to keep it to the junk removal demolition side of things. But I wanted to touch on, I've been seeing a lot of people inquiring. I've been just looking into things in different groups and different like organizations. A lot of people to resell, sell. I don't know. I've been doing junk removal for probably well over 20 years, and like right when I think I know enough, I always learn. Like there's again, like some things sell over here, some things in say the Baltimore, Central Maryland. We work in like 5 to 7 different counties, and there's different demographics and people and ethnicities and all kind of, you know, demographics as a whole, whether it's on income or your social backgrounds, the elites more so, which they're the market you want because they have disposable income. But to bring it back towards the to sell or not to sell, to supplement, have a part-time business, selling your finds in the junk removal business. Years ago, I used to, personally, I think, you know, you frown down on it because, one, if you're charging them, not necessarily a premium, but if you're getting paid, I guess, a fair wage or to do the service you're offering, which is junk, clean out, removal, you shouldn't offset your income. So if you're not making it in, say, the junk business, and you need to sell things, something's wrong with your, I guess, business model. So I know I'm going to get a lot of pushback, a lot of resistance for that, but my opinion, like years ago when I was like offsetting, say, my cost starting out, it was good. But what I've found out in my 20 some years of doing junk removal, clean outs, demolition, that anything worth anything, usually the family or friends or the charity that you take it to, you know, there's nothing too well. Like, for example, I'll give you an example. Like we've been focusing the last few years on, like, say, clean outs as a whole, and like we get a bunch of good stuff. Like generally, like a charity or a donation place, they can definitely, I guess, offset some of their expenses or donate it to someone who like really needs it. Like, for example, the other day, it you know, we were able to upcharge with that. I don't want to go too far from the point, but the other day we did a job up in Aberdeen. I don't think the video is up, but I'll put a link in the description when it's up, just to route you guys there. But trying to stay on point, because my brain just is like, but and I'm trying to focus and not kill me and my right hand man. But I think his kids will frown down upon that. But anyway, whenever we do a clean out, we always find good stuff, like whether it's lamps, a clock radio, a blender. Yeah, there's a market, but if you're, like, to take back to the point, if you're making a good way in junk removal business, clean out services, you know, what are you going to make a ton of money selling that clock radio that you can get at Walmart or Target or Amazon for $9. What are you going to try to hold out for $5, as I call smalls? I personally don't think. And if it's big, taking up space, you have a lot of time and labor. Like, you have to be careful loading it, which you should be careful anyway, but then unloading it, then you have to store it, then you have to clean it up, take dozens of photos, and then you have people like calling you up, and then what are you really selling it for? So what I try to do is I try to donate, obviously, so less ends up in the landfill. Plus, I look at it as a double win. What I save from dumping, I am making that monies up by donating it and things of that nature, and then giving that donation receipt to the customer, you know. But I personally, my opinion is, again, I don't think there's a ton of money, you know, not to discourage anyone, just my opinion. I find it to be more of a hassle. It's just like recycling. Do we recycle on our own? Do we give to our guy or person? You know, that'd be a different video. I should maybe enlighten someone. But, you know, unless you have something of, say, value, like an autographed piece of memorabilia or some coins, but generally speaking, I'm going to say no. But you do get some good collector's items, something small, I would definitely like put to the side, and you can offset some of your expenses. Just like if you get like a bunch of jewelry, you know, it's worth it to someone. They can melt it down. It just takes a bunch to make any kind of money. So I guess in short, I'm going to get right to it because I'm almost to where I want to go. I personally don't think reselling, selling the items, one, from an ethical standpoint, I know you could differ your opinion, that's fine. I'm just saying that, like, one, if you're productive, just to recap, you know, you're making money doing the junk removal or the clean out job. And two, the amount of effort and energy, because time is what? Time is money. So I'm going to say as a whole, what I've found out just in my years of doing it years ago and then trying to implement it over the past year or two, if it's not a small item or something, you know, it's not worth the time and energy and effort. So this is strictly my opinion. Please, people, don't call me direct. You can give me some emails telling me, you know, you did disagree, which is fine. But just in short, I'm saying it's not worth it. Because again, what are you gonna be the $5 man? Oh, I won't tell you this. It just popped in my head. Since I don't write anything down, I just kind of wing it. Because, you know, like I said, things are constantly changing. What I would recommend is if you have an abundance of like furniture or contents, if you know of a guy or a person, I don't want to sound like a chauvinist pig, a person that might put things on Craigslist or online as a whole, or goes to the flea market to go to fashion ways, I would say maybe wholesale your contents to them. But again, that's pennies on the dollar. It's basically just offsetting what you would spend at the landfill. That might be like a better option. But as far as having a handful of items, I personally am going to say keep it moving, invest that time and energy. Like, we're going back to the basics since we don't have anything this morning, to the basic door knocking, door hanging, whatever. But so just to re-illustrate, yeah, donate the items. Go find a guy who wholesales all your items, and what you save from not dumping, you'll make it up in the long run, in my opinion. So we do not, unless it's that one little pearl, that golden nugget, yes, we don't resell or things. We try to donate to give back. So again, I want to thank you for sharing some of your time with us. I really do expect, thank you for taking the time of listening to me, to value my opinion. And if you happen to be in Maryland and from DC to Delaware, I'm Bill. Jamie Electric's holding up the camera. Any junk removal, demolition, please just have a question, just call me. I always have time. My phone has been my number for over 20 years. So with that being said, I want to thank you for sharing some of your day with us. I'm Bill with Attic Reselling. with Attic Sweepers Hauling. Thank you.